Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. What do the trees want to talk about tonight? It's 11:44. Literally, I'm looking at the clock. Two master numbers, 11 and 44. It's still technically a Thursday. I'm just going to roll with this because I just feel like there is no way in hell that I'm not hanging out with a tree angel tonight at 11:44. All right, so anyways, thanks for hanging out with me and oregano this week. It's been a pretty okay week, you guys. It's had a few of these and that's, but it's not about me tonight. It's about the trees. So we are down to 2 tree angels. We've gone through this whole tree angel oracle deck, the ancient path into the sacred grove. And I feel like we're going to go with the one on the left and save that other one for next week. And then we've spotlighted every single card in this deck. And I have freaking loved it. So I'm thinking for the final weeks of Ho, what I might do, I don't know, I'm really hooked on hanging out with the tree angel. I'm just going to shuffle the deck and, the last few episodes that we do this year, we will just see who comes up. You know what I'm saying? Like we do with that synchronicity and coincidence, if you will. Have you listened to that song yet? Coincidence. Please look it up. It's so happy. And our tree angel for our podcast tonight at Ho. Oh, it's Holly. It is Holly. And now something that I learned, I don't think it was last week, but the week before. When did we pull the Holly card from the Celtic Oracle deck? Was it just last week? Or was it the week before? I have to look. I got to get this down. Anyways, we pulled the Holly, and you think because its name is Holly that it's a feminine? No, hell no. Holly's masculine. It wasn't last week. Last week was Rowan, and the week before was Holly. All right, so what we learned 2 weeks ago was that Holly is masculine. So as we look at this card, number 4 is a dude. Oh my God. And I do this shit all the time. Okay, you put you have your hands upright like you're drawing a line, your beam of light, your column of light that comes into your body. And you have one upright line hand on your chest, like your, bony thing in between your tits, that thing. And then you have the other one right above your forehead head, and they're making a line. Okay? One hand on your tit bone and the other hand on your just top of the head bone, and they're in alignment. They're drawing a line. You do this. I know you do this. I already know you already do this. So he's doing that, and you can see his column of light, which is actually individual fibers of light. It's not just one big tube. It's described as a tube, but it's filled with an infinite number of fibers of light. And he's just there, kind of staring out, but in alignment. And the tips of his fingers, of course, have a red holly berry dot on them. And then, he's in form, but he's also about mid-waist. He's just a column of light. You know what I mean? He's manifested half form, and then he's the tree angel of Holly. All right. The Holly angel is where we're at tonight. Number 5, the Oracle of Holly says, oh shit, and this is so in alignment with what we've all been talking about in these Ho podcasts and in the Daniel Scrantons and anywhere you turn around. Did you listen to the pendulum tarot reading? Even if you didn't have a pendulum, I think you should. I know a lot of people didn't tune into that one because they didn't have pendulums. Well, fuck y'all. No, just kidding. Don't not listen to it because there was some good stuff in there. So anyways, my pendulum will like the Oracle of Holly, who says, clarify your intent. Expose your fears. Trust in your inner voice and take courage. The sword pierces the veil. Truth is double-edged, merciless, yet full of love. So yeah, this whole clarifying our intent, I feel like that black and white, I kept calling it like a black and white granite pendulum. That really was like total Merlin energy, wasn't it? And very logical and very clarifying your intent in using words, being truthful. You know, yesterday we powered up communication was one of the things, you know, exposing your fears, being so truthful, trusting in your inner voice, taking courage, letting that sword pierce the veil. Truth is double-edged, merciless. It's sorry, but we're going to be truthful. But it's full of love. It is full of love. So if we open ourselves up, right, to this idea that we can use our intent to manifest, we clarify our intent. So we all know that holly is prickly, a characteristic that we may not like, but the holly's thorns also spur us on or even wake us up. Just as its distinctive leaves are clearly defined, with holly the mist suddenly clears, enabling us to see all kinds of things with clarity and good judgment. We may still experience painful disappointments, but at the same time, we gain a hitherto untapped power. It enables us to take up the sword of truth and spiritedly cut through the veil of illusion that was clouding our perception. So with holly, we outgrow our fears and start to view life with a new clarity, realizing that things are not just black or white, good or bad. With holly's medicine, we can see the variety of color in our rich and often complex lives. Holly, therefore, often marks a crossing or a turning point and shows energy and a deeper personal integrity. Are you digging it? Hello? Are you digging it? I freaking am. Because I just am done being anything less than full of truth and integrity. You know? I just am tired of the world trying to poison us all the time. With the holly at our side, we can do spiritual battle if we have to. And regardless of whether we win or lose, we can maintain our composure and higher purpose. Yet, beware. This blessed sword will only remain with us if used to help us on our unique path to truth. Its purpose is not to scare off or injure others, but to aid perception. So holly represents a test of ourselves. Without the power of holly, we remain in half-light, ensnared in illusion and fantasy. We become comfortable in our self-made world and only seek our own advantage. Eventually, we may even become cowardly and weak. And so, yeah, we're hanging out with oregano this week, so none of us want to end up cowardly and weak. That's for sure. And you know, what a powerful, like, you know, oregano is so powerful. Holly is so powerful too, you know, like a plant. It's very strong. It's very defined. It's full of intent and knows who it's am. And you know, our herb of the week too, oregano, is also just that. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our stunning herb of the week, oregano, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am calm and focused. I am free from attachments. Life brings me all that I've ever needed and desired. I declare my truth loudly and without fear. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. I remember to sing. I am calm and focused. I am free from attachments. Life brings me all that I've ever needed and desired. I declare my truth loudly and without fear. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. I remember to sing. And so it is. So I think I went with the wisdom of the trees last week too. I don't know, I can't remember, and I'm sorry if that's what I did last week, but that's what I'm doing again this week. Because like I have other tree decks, but I couldn't look at any of them other than the Wisdom of the Trees by Jane Struthers. So we'll just see who wants to come and be beside Holly. Interesting. 2 jumped out at once. It is horse chestnut and apple. So we literally just pulled Apple Tuesday from the Herb Crafters Tarot to describe my first pendulum that we did. And it was that first green pendulum on the copper. It was all about, you know, community, doing collective. Here's another one. Doing collective readings. And now we have apple again, along with horse chestnut. Aren't they both so fucking abundant? Let me just say that. And we have oak. Of course we do. Wait a second. Oh, that was a personal reading. I was like, I just pulled oak the other day too. Yeah, that was actually for my lover that I pulled the oak tree. That's why he made me blush when he came out. Dang, look at him. Yeah, I have an oak lover right now for sure. All right, so I'm curious as to what, I feel like that one maybe came out for me to giggle. But also I want to see how these work into Holly. So yeah, this tree angel, I will say that of all the tree angels that we've pulled, and we can almost say that we pulled the whole fucking deck. Sorry for all the F-bombs. They're just flying out. I can almost say that all the tree angels before, do you feel like they were like a little bit more warm and personal? This is very not. Really. It's just like clarity, good judgment, sword of truth, outgrow your fears, view life with a new clarity. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like very super logical, which is hilarious to me that now we have oak, and I said about my lover because that's how he is. Like, keep it simple and logical and don't complicate things. Now, in between these two very strong energies, we have these two very abundant energies, horse chestnut and apple. And oak too is fucking abundant as hell with its acorn. So we've got triple abundance on the right side of Holly here, which to me says, if you could please clarify your intent, what you want in your life, or just clean up your stupid minds. That's not meant to be rude, but like think about how cluttered your mind is and distracted and fearful and worrisome and complicated, and it is stupid. You're misusing a very powerful tool. So if you could clarify your intent, you could really like manifest abundance, like triple crazy fold. Horse chestnut. Apple, oak. I put the rest of that deck over on a stack of like a guidebook, a box, a notebook, an iPad, and there's like even a wobbly like mouse pad underneath it. Anyways, did you just hear it fall? The whole Wisdom of the Trees Oracle by Jane Starler, the whole thing fell and spread out in this like fun diagonal split, sputter design, except for one card facing down. They're all facing up at me except one card that's facing down. That's the first one closest to me. So do you think we need to honor this card and put it on the left side of Holly? I would say yes. It's the Baobab, which is also a very nurturing, abundant water tree. There's a water tree here too. Okay, so now what's really cool that I'm noticing is there's 4 suits in this deck, which means some of the cards have a blue border, some have a red, some have a green, and some have a brown. There's one of each here in front of me. It's very balanced. It is very balanced. There's the blue one of the Baobab that just fell out. That's the roots. They represent the roots. The trunk is represented by the oak tree. The green one is the leaves, wisdom. And then the apples represent the red, the fruit, the seed, the power, the seed, the fruit, the flower, the power. And yeah, it's pretty cool how she has that. I wonder if she does that in the table of contents. Excuse me while I get ADD distracted here, if you don't mind. Yes, the roots are about being, the trunk is about healing, the leaf is about wisdom, and the flower, fruit, and seed is about power. All right, so Baobab, B-A-O-B-A-B. I think it's Baobab. It's all about survival because it is, like I said, a water tree. It has the ability to store thousands of gallons of water in the spongy wood of its trunk. And it has literally saved lives, countless lives in times of drought. So it's native to Africa, Madagascar, and Australia. If you're wondering why you have not seen this incredible tree that can grow to about 60 feet tall. It lives for fucking ever, and it has nutritious fruits and leaves. And you can literally devour this tree if you need to and survive. And the Deva of the Baobab says, I am known as the tree of life because I can help people to survive the harshest living conditions. Now, whenever you call on me, I will give you emotional strength and spiritual sustenance so that you can cope with whatever life brings you. So this is a message about having faith in the universe's ability to provide you with exactly what you need. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking freak out. Whenever you need it, and to offer you spiritual protection. I'm freaking out because today, Dan Scranton was all about what you need, not necessarily what you want, but what you need. What you need is always better than what you want, because what you need is like for your soul growth and your experience. And it was fucking profound today. Like, he was talking about going back to source, which kind of creeped me out because just like 2 or 3 days ago, I commented on Kelly's Archangel Raphael video. Raphael was talking about returning to source, and I just commented on that video, hey, kind of freaks my ego out thinking about returning back to source, LOL. And Kelly LOL'd me back and said, I can't wait to see you in the next class, which was funny because I've never been to her class before, but maybe she wants me to go. And yeah, now 3 days later, 9D Arcturian has repeated something that I said. They're always stalking me, you guys, and I love it because they're allowed. But now here we are confirming their message of the day about providing what we need. Our higher self provides us what we need. Our archangels, the ascended masters, our guides. Okay? We're always constantly being given what we need. Maybe not exactly what our ego thinks that we want, but what we need. And if we can start living our life just being like, yeah, baby, this is the experience that I need. This is exactly what I need. This is the life that I need. This is the day that I need. This is the mother trucker that I need, like whatever. And being like, this is awesome, because that's what life is all about. Experience after experience after experience after experience. And even when we finally do make it home to source, guess what we do then? We start all over again, because that's all there ever is source. So we just come back for more experiences. So doesn't that clue you in? Doesn't that tell you to quit condemning your experiences? You want them. You want all of them. That's what it's all about. So use your resources and your talents to get the most out of every day. You're spiritually protected. You're an eternal being. Start living like it. This ego mind of ours that we did agree to, or whatever, for the experience of it, it's a challenge. It's a challenge because it keeps us so fearful all the time. And it just is like, aren't you done letting it ruin shit for you? Enjoy the shit. Enjoy all the shit. So in Australia and Africa, this tree is like a big old spiritual tree. It's even believed to be the gateway to the afterlife. It can live for up to 3,000 years before rotting from the inside out and collapsing. So it's got seeds, they're edible, they're high in vitamin C, calcium, protein, they're valuable food. You can use the bark, the layer of fiber right underneath the bark, to make rope and cloth. It's just incredible. It is incredible. Like, we really do have everything that we need. We're totally taken care of. Nobody's really struggling. Come on now. Are you? Because, like, magically, I've, like, lived comfortably this whole entire year. I don't know how or why. You know, why? Because you just trust. You have faith. You have faith in the universe's ability to provide you with exactly what you need. And you know, when I left my marriage, I literally remember him saying to me, the universe isn't always going to take care of you, Sadie. Really? Because I think the universe has other plans. The universe wants to take care of everyone, even you. Asshole. All right. So anyways, I love everybody today. I really do. I really, really, really do. But like every once in a while, you think about these things. Now that was an ego moment. But like what I just brought forth, that energy that knows better, also knows that was an amazing thing to say to me. Like, thank you for saying that to me. Why? Because like we talked about Wednesday and the quickening, the powering up of the quickening, that was a catalyst for me. That was a moment where it was like, hey, do you believe that the universe will take care of you or not? Like, this is a questioning quiz moment brought to you by this son of a bitch. Like, do you believe that the universe? Clarify your intent then. Then you say every day, the universe takes care of me. Now, horse chestnut is all about consideration. Consideration. So it's like horse chestnut's coming in and it's like, yeah, something is puzzling you, right? It's like, I don't know. She just said a lot. She said, like, we're going back to source. She said we start all over again. She said we want every experience. She said, like, a lot of things. I just thought a lot of things. Like, does she hate him or does she love him? You know? In our lives, things can be puzzling us up enough. What we need to do is hold it up to the light of careful thought. And do not be in too much of a hurry to solve the conundrum. Sometimes the answer is slow to arrive. So do your best to be patient. So this logical thinking that's coming in with horse chestnut, it'll be here again with oak. It was in the conversation I had tonight. 2 hours of conversation with the man that I love. It's just like really enjoyable to me. It's good. It's good. And it's not always like on its A game, but when it is, it's good. But tonight we were talking about a lot of things, and one of the themes was, you know, keeping it simple and just using logical thought. Now, sometimes the logical word, right? Like, why would I ever want to, I like love. But actually the conversation was like how logical love can be, you know? And it's like, if people could just keep it so simple, they don't complicate it. So horse chestnut's coming in with consideration. And the Deva says, my shiny brown fruit has many practical uses, yet children enjoy playing with it. I can teach you how to consider the advantages and disadvantages of everything you come across to help you gain greater wisdom and understanding. So anyways, they are toxic if you eat them raw, okay? And in the past, they've been used to make soap, and creams made from them are very useful in relieving congestion in the veins. But yeah, it just really wants us to slow down, maybe play a little bit, maybe avoid rushing to judgment. You know, these instant conclusions that we just automatically jump through. Absolutely not, right? Like, you didn't even fucking think about it. You just declared whatever you think. Why don't you just slow down a bit and see both sides? Why don't you consider different perspectives? So anyways, it's like, don't be superficial. I mean, get a little deep. Take a little time. Nobody's in a hurry here. It's 12:11. It's 12:11 now. I'm not in a hurry. I know it's past my bedtime. But I've got the baobab and holly and horse chestnut and oak and apple. Wouldn't it be better to stay up a little longer and have a powerful realization than to just sleep? Yeah, so what if you're going to get woken up at 6 a.m.? You know, it's like, you are a baobab. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're a survivor. You're strong. You're strong like the oak. The oak is here with steadfastness. You know, be strong, be steady like the oak Deva. Do you even realize how much you have to offer the world? Don't underestimate your abilities or your strength of purpose. So your inner power is waiting to be tapped. And you're still stuck on what I said, your strength of purpose. You're still thinking, I don't have any purpose. If you're here and you're breathing and you're alive, you have purpose. Like, just sit there and breathe. That's all you need to do. And while you're doing that, your inner power is just waiting. It's just waiting to be tapped. That's why the horse chestnut said, we need patience. You don't need to jump to the finish line. You don't need to jump to source. That's what the 90 Arcturians were saying. Like, you need to enjoy the journey because you just restart it anyways. Your inner power is waiting to be tapped, but only you can do it. So now we've had faith in the universe to give us everything that we need. And now Oak says, have faith in yourself. I am strong and steady, the Oak Davis says. And I am an essential part of the age-old mysteries of the forest. If you call on me, I can give you outer physical power and inner emotional strength whenever you need them. Let me show you the way. So Baobab also gave us emotional strength. The far left and the far right cards both are giving emotional strength. It's like cupping your hands, like parentheses, and just emotional strength. And now in Holly, we remember how Holly's hands are, right? While we do our alignment, while we bring in the light, while we activate this untapped power within us, Baobab and Oak, holding it all together, surviving, steadfast, giving us all that we need, knowing that all we need is also within us, having faith in ourselves, having faith in the universe, letting go of the past, letting go of jumping to conclusion, letting go of old habits and attitudes, letting go, learning to release so that we can make progress instead of just, I don't know, what, stale, stagnant, same old shit. Are you kind of getting ready? I hope so. All right, and we're going to top it off with dessert, right? Apples, generosity. You have so much to offer. You really do. So bless others, Apple says. Bless others with a full and open heart. Not only when you feel affectionate towards them, but also when they annoy you. So just bless him, bless her, bless them, bless yourself, bless the world. And you can do this as soon as you let go of the past. Yeah, you can. Let your actions reveal your sense of generosity, whether it is material, spiritual, or emotional. There's so many ways in which you can grow and give, and then grow and give some more and bear delicious fruits and share them with everybody. Do not hold on to anger or resentment because they will eat into your soul. Greet each day with a loving heart and an open mind. Are you guys okay? I have literally been sitting here for a couple minutes just being like, whoa, this is incredible. That's how I'm feeling, especially because it's just so in synchronistic alignment of all the other things that are going on in my life. It's starting to feel very Merlin. It's starting to feel very magical in a sense that I'm in class now for real and I'm paying attention and I am getting crowned and I'm getting attuned and why not just live our lives in love with life? And Chad and I were talking about that. It's you can worry all the time about things or someone betraying you or whatever, and it might happen and it might not. And he described it as 50% chance of rain, it might not, but either way you're going to be okay. either way, what does it matter? Life goes on. Like, he's such a logical dude. It drives me crazy. But at the same time, it's like refreshing in a way, you know, because it's very wise. It is what it is. And I'm excited to see how, you know, different energies open up in him and things. But like, yeah, like this whole like, why are you going to drink poison? That's resentment. That's anger. That's fear. That's holding on to the past. You're like bringing that poison into your present moment. You're ruining it for yourself. Don't do that. Just don't. So I felt like Apple was already like being like tuning us up. And then I think it is late. It's late. So I'm just going to grab us a one from the Celtic Tree Oracle by Sherilyn. And, which one is it? I feel like it's that one. All right, yeah. All right, we'll see. Like, I thought it was the bottom one, but it was the next one on the bottom. That was like, as I pulled the deck, spread the deck, like pulled the deck apart, it just fell out. Like, it wasn't in either hand. It just was what it is. And it is, holy fuck! It's Apple. It's number 10, Apple. We have an apple under apples. Like, there's a basket of apples, and the apple card we just... In this one that chose itself, seriously. Like, there was no not picking this card. It fell out. I was like, okay, fine. Why? Why? Because it's Apple, and Merlin really wants me to believe in him. I get it. This life can be as magical as we let it be, and as we bring it be. As we bring it be, that doesn't even make sense. But as we bring it into manifestation, as we clarify our intent, as we align with the energy, as we start to become generous because we know we're fucking abundant because the universe takes care of us, so we don't hold back. We let go of the past and we don't even ever think about the future because we're just right here, right now. That's when we become teachable. That's when we become masters. So yeah, of course, another apple came in. Because one, I needed to be impressed. And I kind of thought about it when I picked up this deck. I thought, I wonder if there's an apple in here and wouldn't it be cool? But it was such a passing thought. I didn't say it out loud, even though I kind of noticed it. I just let it go. But I'm always open to being impressed. Always. I like to have my socks blown off. I really do. I like to have my mouth drop open. I like to squeal. I like to say, holy fuck. Like, I love being impressed. I love it. I love it when things are magical and synchronistic and just absolutely planned out to the point where I cannot deny to myself that this whole shindig, this whole shit show, it's holy. It is holy and divine. It really is. It really is. I mean, it just gets really fun. It really does. And then you acknowledge it, and the universe gets little tickles up its spine with you, and you just get more of it. Like apples, like acorns, like horse chestnut, like holly berries, like baobab fruit, like baobab leaves, like baobab water. It's just like so much abundance is here. And it's a different shape. I've never done this layout before. I've literally never done this before. It's really cool. Apple is connected with the fairies and the pentacle and the mother aspect of the goddess and Gaia. all of our female ancestors. It's all about female lineage and decisions and choices and beauty and abundance and regeneration and fertility and motherhood. Whew. She offers us such sweet fruit and in such variety. It's just beauty in so many forms, the apple. Making choices among many good things. It's like you don't even have to choose between awful and good. It's like, do you want this good or that good? It's just all good, you guys. Once you stop judging your life, it all becomes good. Today at lunch, a conversation of an ex came up, and the lady said, "Oh, I'm so sad you wasted, your time with him." And I just said it wasn't a waste. Like, we actually had fun. We had fun. We had a lot of fun together. And I learned a lot. And yeah, he put a knife in my back and it broke my heart, and I had that experience, and that was good. That was good, actually, for me. And it was good to get negative energy out of my life. And it's good to get people out of your life who don't actually want to be in your life and respect you. Like, there's no waste about it. There was something in that I needed to learn. Not wanted. I did not want to learn that, but I needed to. And now I'm a new person because of it, and I like who I am. So apple also reminds us of the unseen helpers that minister to the plant world. So we got a lot of fairy energy. And with apple, we want to honor the fairies, as well as the devas and nature spirits that play a central role in the organization and proliferation of plant life on our planet. Now, who the heck was talking the other day? Oh, it was Amanda. She was talking about the entities, I don't know if that's the right word, energy beings that live inside rocks and everything. But now we're talking about fairies. Okay. Apple represents the mother aspect of the goddess, our connection to the female lineages, our ancestral homelands. So Glastonbury is sacred to this tree, as it is the symbol of the pentacle, which can be seen at the core of an apple that has been sliced horizontally. So yeah, you can find a star in the apple if you slice it around the equator. Okay. So abundance, more abundance, abundance. Abundance is here with apple, with oak, with horse chestnut, with holly, with baobab. And you are granted many boons and blessings. You are reminded to be grateful and to count those blessings. Appreciation is in order. Look to the paradise that you live in and do what you can to protect her. Give your gratitude to all the unseen helpers of nature. Perhaps you can leave a corner of your yard or garden wild so that the nature spirits have a safe place to dwell. All right, so apple invites you to rest and heal from strife and illness and fatigue and injury. Like, give it a break. You are granted the unconditional love of the Great Mother. So, sometimes when we get this card, we're being offered a choice between two equally beautiful things. It's not an easy choice to make. It may be time to place your attention on one thing at the expense of another choice. If so, hone in. I think it's supposed to say hone, but it says home in. Maybe either one. Home in your talents. Choose and enjoy the sweetness of the apple that you picked. So you go up to an apple tree, there's 300 fucking apples on it. You can't eat them all. Pick one. Just pick the one that you want. Oh, but they're all good. Pick the one that you really want. That you really want. Pick that one. So, if all this abundance stuff isn't ringing true for you, and you're like, what the fuck, my life sucks, then you're perceiving your glass as half empty. You might be so focused at what is wrong in your life rather than enjoying the good things that you have. So it's like Apple's like, are you avoiding abundance for a reason? Are you avoiding counting your blessings? Are you not even taking care of yourself at all? So it's like, if you're really focused on negativity, then you do need to take care of yourself. You need better nourishment. You need some exercise. I took a walk today. It was like just almost, it was kind of chilly, but the sun was starting to set and the sky was lit up. And I was like, I'm going. I want to be outside right now. And I took a really cool picture, put it on my Facebook page, Sadie Marie Cherico. If you run over there, it was like the train tracks and the houses and the sunset. And I just saw my friend Sherry commented that actually was her old house that was also in the picture, which she probably thought was amazing. You know, that was a gift that came through me for her. So yeah, it's not summer yet, but we can still get outside and start to, get excited about all the abundance that's going to be coming our way. Connect with nature all the time. Love nature all the time. Enjoy life in your body all the time. It really is a gift to have these meat suits. It's fun, you guys. It sucks when your body's not feeling good. But if your body's not feeling good, ask yourself where your mind is. Are you so busy that you do not enjoy the beauty around you? Stop and take a moment to breathe. Move your energy from judgment to gratitude. Make that choice today. Make that choice to choose gratitude and let go of judgment. It's not even a choice anymore. Here it is. Here's your choice. Do you want gratitude or appreciation? I, the great mother apple tree, send you the full sun of summer and the sweetness of my fruit. Notice that there are many kinds of apples to choose from. As a species, I represent variety. Your species is the same. Each of you is a unique and wonderful gift from the universe. I represent beauty and choice. I represent the goddess in all of her manifestations. Think of healing when you focus on me. Think of magic in the unseen fairies and devas of the nature kingdom, who secretly go about their work of caring for the flora on the planet. Think of the realms of imagination and myth, where dragons and unicorns still live. Take a moment to close your eyes and remember the innocence of childhood and the awe of mystery. Take a day off from worries and concerns. Travel to Glastonbury in your mind's eye and have a conversation with the goddess. Choose a variety of apples and bake a pie. Close your eyes and imagine a beautiful apple tree full of beautiful apples. Look at each apple as if it has a particular choice written on it. let the many choices you are contemplating appear. Look carefully, and when you are ready, choose an apple that represents a choice. Take a bite. Enjoy it thoroughly. Then go ahead and move towards that beautiful choice. Be willing to fully taste and experience it. And so it is. So I went ahead to name that segment Spoke Apple, and autocorrect changed it to Apple Apple. And I just want you to know that I think if we do speak what we want, we're going to get double of it. We're going to get so much of it. So what are you speaking of? Clarify your intentions. Clarify your intentions and choose what you want to experience. It's really that simple.